Alright, never mind. Not display capture 2, display wall, here, 2, right? Yes. Alright, so I believe I am live. Yes, I am live. So I'm just figuring stuff out right now. And then we'll get started. So today I am going to show you guys tell you guys my predictions for the NBA and NHL playoffs. So I do have the chat pulled up, so now that I can see it, and the title should not be what it is. Let me just change the title: NBA and NHL Playoff Predictions. Now that we are live, first we are going to get to we'll get to NHL and then NBA, but first, apparently Albert Pujols is signing with the LA Dodgers. And I made the mistake last time of reacting to something and then my stream getting shut down. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. So if you guys want me to react to something, I just can't. Can you guys see everything properly and everything? Can you guys hear me? I'm just gonna assume you guys are. Sorry, I don't do streams much. It's only the normal every Friday. But anyways, Albert Pujols. I'm gonna continue talking. All right, cool. Albert Pujols to the LA Dodgers, one of the best first basemen. That's the position. I'm pretty sure, right? Yes, first baseman. I have not mixed up my words. Let's go, first baseman. One of the best first basemen in MLB history. And when we thinking about the best first baseman in MLB, let's search it up. Let me search up MLB history. I don't think Freddie Freeman is good, but yeah, see, look, Lou Gehrig right there. And according to Odyssey.com, you got Albert Pujols at number 2. According to that website, Albert Pujols at number 2. And the LA Dodgers signed this man. They now have Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, Pujols, Trevor Bauer, Clayton Kershaw. I forgot I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me check. Justin Turner. Yes, I was right. Justin Turner. And if I forgot some guys, then I forgot some guys. But how are the Dodgers gonna be beaten? Like, we'll pull up MLB standings right now to see where teams are at in the league. So now, let's go Athletics. Obviously I'm in the Bay Area, so Athletics, Giants. My prediction is Battle of the Bay Part 2. Let's go Giants. I'm getting distracted. I'm not used to these baseball teams being good. Anyways, 21-17. They're 2 games behind the not Dodgers. What? Giants. How? Like, obviously, yeah, I see Evan's thing in the chat. Giants will easily beat them, no problem. If Pujols is at the end of his career, let's see what he can do. Right? So, I mean, Dodgers have to win. When I saw the news on Bleacher Report, Evan texted me, some guy said that the Dodgers are turning into the Nets. Signing all-stars, signing Hall of Famers for cheap. For cheap. You're buying your way to these championships. That cannot happen. Pujols has been killing lefties, which has been a huge problem for the LA Dodgers. So that answers all the Dodgers questions. Dodgers are going to go on a streak. I have to tell you, Dodgers are going to go on a massive streak. This has to guarantee them a place in the World Series. This is a major, major, major fail when you add Trevor Bauer and Albert Pujols and not, let alone win the World Series, at least get to the World Series. So many people are always like, oh, it's hard work to get to the World Series or the championships. And I agree, it's hard work. It's not an easy thing to do. But when you got, like, Cy Young Award winners, Kershaw was an MVP. When have you heard of a pitcher winning MVP? And then Cody Bellinger MVP. And then we know what Mookie Betts can do. We know what Justin Turner can do. Mookie, oh my God, like, I don't know what to say. This is insane. As I said in a couple episodes ago, I don't watch MLB much, but when I do watch MLB, I vote for the Bay Area teams. So I want the Giants to do well. If they don't do well, at the very least, I want the Oakland A's to do well, because they're Bay Area teams, and any LA team, I automatically hate. And that includes Houston teams, by the way. And so now, Evan is saying everyone says he won't make a huge impact for the Dodgers. That's them being hopeful. Look at what Blake Griffin and look at the impact of Blake Griffin on the Nets. Obviously, everyone's focused on Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden. But look at what Blake Griffin's doing with the Nets, and then what LaMarcus Aldridge did for a short period of time there in Brooklyn. That's still a major effect, man. Pujols might be like, I don't know, 100 years old. Obviously, that I'm joking. Albert Pujols. Obviously, I'm joking. He is 41 years old. He is 41. 41 years old. How? Like, he signs major league contract, but that solves their problems. I mean, he might be on the tail end of his career, but his career stats do not lie. Look at this stat. His first year was in 2001, right? He came first in Rookie of the Year and fourth in MVP in his first year. Second in MVP, then won the MVP in 2005. Look at this. You add this player to your team, how do you think that player is not going to have a big of an impact? Because if he's still playing, he still has a lot of juice left. He still has some in the tank. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw, like, the Dodgers first, then Giants, then Padres. But Angels, Mike Trout obviously is their team and Shohei Ohtani. Astros, I mean, every time I mention the Houston Astros, I feel bad for mentioning them because win something the right way, earn something the right way. Since the cheating scandal happened a while ago, I haven't gotten the chance to talk about it on my podcast. So now I am. If you like the fact that they cheated, then there's something wrong. There truly is something wrong. If you like the fact that they cheated and that World Series trophy still counts. I mean, it's just, as Aaron Judge said, it doesn't hold any value. You shouldn't be proud of winning it like that, whatsoever. Shouldn't be proud at all. Like when families, friends meet them or something, what do they think of them? They're not putting a good impression on the fans of themselves. Like, what is the owner saying that it didn't have much of an impact? Anyways, that's a story for later. And now, NHL, my Bay Area San Jose Sharks did awful this year, but there's always next year. So now, on Google Docs, I have made the brackets for both NHL and NBA playoff predictions. So now, on this bracket, obviously we got the first seeded Avalanche versus the 4 seeded Blues, 2 seed Wild. I think Minnesota Wild's kind of a weird name. I feel like the Vegas Golden Knights is always in it. The Maple Leafs, Canadiens, Oilers versus Jets, Penguins versus Islanders, Capitals versus Bruins, Hurricanes versus Predators, Panthers versus Lightning, and Evan, I hear you saying that it's next year and it's not going to be good either. But you never know. You never know. Like, for example, the Nationals, no one picked them to win the World Series. And now they did. So, there's always a first time for anything. How about that? There's first time for everything. A completely trash team with absolutely bad players wins the Stanley Cup. I'm telling you right now, next year, this same day, this same hour, I am going to do a stream talking about how the Sharks are in the playoffs with their team. You watch it. So now let's get into our predictions. I am going to choose the 1-seeded Avalanche, and then 2-seed Wild, 3-seed Golden Knights. I'm going to be choosing the Golden Knights. Maple Leafs, Canadiens. I am going to be choosing the Maple Leafs. And by the way, I was confused when I was doing this because their team and their logo said Maple Leafs. And I know my grammar. It should be Maple Leaves because it's plural form. So fun fact, search it up. It's Toronto Maple Leafs, not Toronto Maple Leaves. So I think that's kind of weird. Oilers versus Jets. Let me actually see the stats. Whoops. I have it pulled up. YG, what's going on? And the chat said Toronto Maple Leafs gonna win. Obviously, you'd never know. Now let's see the league stats. So the matchups: Jets and Oilers. Where are the Jets? Vegas was second best. Wow. Okay. Now we go to the Jets. Why can I not find the Jets? Where are the Jets? I'm serious. Are they not on the? Okay. I can't believe I can't find. How in the world is this happening? Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just going to pull up like the bracket, like NHL bracket. Yes, you have a question in the chat. Here we go. Yep. All right. So Oilers, Jets. All right, Mr. Neon Flame. Jets, Oilers. It's kind of a tough one. So now that I know their logo, I can look at the team standings. Edmonton Oilers and the Winnipeg Jets. So I am going to choose the Oilers on this one. And then Penguins, Islanders. Let's go with the Penguins. And then for the Capitals, Bruins, I'm not even going to look at the stats. Bruins, watch this. I'm going to choose the Predators and then Tampa Bay Lightning. So that is what I predict for the second round. Now, for the third round, I'm going to choose Tampa Bay Lightning. And let's go with the Penguins. And the Oilers. And the Golden Knights. I mean, obviously, it might not happen, but this looks like a March Madness bracket. It might not be the popular pick, but I'm rolling with it. So in the finals, Tampa Bay Lightning or Penguins? Oh, Pittsburgh. Let's see the goals. Goals for. So Pittsburgh has 196 goals. Tampa Bay 181, but less goals allowed. Their home record 21-7-0. Whoa. 21-7-0, and then Pittsburgh 22-4-2. 15-10. These are actually pretty even. You know what? Actually, I'll go with Pittsburgh on this one. And then Edmonton Oilers allowed less goals, 2 less goals. I'll be safe. I'm going to say that the 2021 NHL champions are the Pittsburgh Penguins. That is my NHL predictions, and I completely forgot to say that Avalanche will win, let's call it, forgot to say how many games they'd win in. I'll say 4 games. I'll say it's a 6-game series. The Maple Leafs, I'll give them 5 games. Yep, Crosby will lead them to the chip. Oilers and Jets, I went with Oilers. I'm going to say this is the first 7-game series. Penguins, Islanders. By the way, do any of you know how popular of a pick Predators over Hurricanes would be? I'm just curious. Let's go with 5 games. I'm going to say the Bruins sweep the Capitals. The Predators beat the Hurricanes in 6 games. The Panthers lose to the Lightning in 6 games. And the Lightning Predators game is going to be a 7-game series. And for the Penguins and Bruins, I'm going to say 6 games. For Avalanche Golden Knights, I chose Golden Knights. Golden Knights are going to do easy work of the Avalanche. Oilers versus Maple Leafs. 7 games. Golden Knights, Oilers, I'm going to say 5 games. And then Penguins, Lightning. I almost chose the Lightning, so I got to go with 7 games. And then your finals will be 7 games. Penguins win. Now, that is my official NHL Playoff Predictions. Now we go to the NBA Playoffs. We got the Jazz, Lakers, Clippers, Mavericks, Nuggets, Blazers, Suns, Warriors. And you may be thinking, but Alman, the play-in tournament's not decided. The seedings aren't decided. I am predicting the Warriors beat the Lakers, and then the Lakers beat Memphis. And I am predicting the Wizards beat the Pacers, and the Celtics beat the Hornets. And then, so the Hornets, and then the Wizards win. Yep. So, I'm going to try to make it as unbiased as possible. Because I, obviously, am in the Bay Area. I like the Golden State Warriors. So, with that being said, this depends on the health of LeBron and Anthony Davis. They're playing, obviously, they're playing. But they might not be 100%. If they're not 100%, I believe the Lakers lose in the series. But I just think there's no way that LeBron loses. So I think this Jazz-Lakers game, LeBron is going to beat the Jazz in 6 games. Clippers, Mavericks. I feel like they're enemies now after the bubble. And Luka's game winner, they obviously would have won if Porzingis didn't get ejected for such a soft foul. I believe they win. But now with is Kristaps Porzingis even gonna play soon? Yeah, okay, he's playing. Just returned actually. Now that Porzingis is playing, assuming Porzingis is healthy, we are going to see the Clippers out in the first round. Nuggets, Blazers. Jokic, considered MVP? Blazers. And this Warriors, I know this because of seeing so many Warriors games. They play like they're the best team in the NBA, and then they play like they're the worst team in the NBA. So it kind of depends on the day. When Curry is on fire, they are the best in the NBA. is now I pulled up the NBA standings. You look at it, the Warriors, both Memphis and Golden State have won 5 in a row. That is the longest streak in the NBA. And the longest active streak in the NBA. So far. Warriors are obviously 8. What is 8? And that is interesting. I just realized Blazers Lakers are tied. That'll decide the play-in. Wow. Anyway, the Wizards could go up to number 8. But anyways, I came to NBA standings for the Warriors. I was gonna say they played one overtime game, 1-0. Their last 10, they are 7-3. 8-2, Portland and Dallas. 8-2. They are literally tied for the second best in the league. In the league. Did you hear me? Not only Western Conference, in the league the past 10 games. And I'm assuming they're beating Memphis, which is why I put them at the 7th seed. And Curry was kind of cold against Utah and Phoenix, but you saw the bench players and everyone else picking up the slack for Curry. So now the Suns Warriors, let's see, because the Suns could. Who owns the tiebreaker? I think. Wait. Let me see. Suns Jazz season series. So now let me see Suns Jazz tiebreaker. Suns beat Jazz. Utah doesn't hold the tiebreaker. So if Utah loses and Phoenix wins, I believe Warriors beat Phoenix. And congrats to Chris Paul, man, what he's been doing to Phoenix. Phoenix finally in the playoffs. But I'm here to say that the Warriors will win in 6 games. I'm not being biased towards the Warriors. I'm just saying that. Actually, I'm going to change. Actually, it depends on what type of player. Depends on what type of Paul George you're getting for the playoffs. Because you got way off B. Anyways, so I'm going to go with the Clippers. I'm changing my prediction. Clippers, 6 games again against the Mavericks. Nuggets, Blazers. That 4 overtime game, that was something else to watch. What a game that was, going to 4 overtimes. Yep, Berkey boy, what's up? Warriors do beat the Suns. That is exactly what I said. The Nuggets, Blazers, I say it goes to 7 games once. Ooh, Jamal Murray is out. Completely forgot about that. The Nuggets are rolling. As you can see, the past 10 games, excuse me, they're 7-3. The Clippers, they're tied with the Nuggets, but they're slipping a little bit, 5-5. And obviously Rockets, Thunder. Yeah, so Clippers, Lakers, I say, I don't want to be like everyone else picking the Clippers. I don't want to look dumb when I think like, yeah, Clippers championship. So to save myself from embarrassment, the safe thing to do is wisely pick the Lakers in 5 games. And now, Blazers and the Warriors. Blazers and the Warriors. Actually, let me move this here. Actually, no, not there. All right, there we go. Then the Lakers and the Clippers in 5 games. I'll just add W signs next to the teams that I think are gonna win. Kawhi, I don't know if Siakam fell off this season. Well, he had an okay year, but Kyle Lowry, that's I don't know what to think. Like, let's see what he does. I believe he leaves Toronto. I can't find a reason why he'd stay, if I'm being honest. At this point, I'm not even being hopeful about my hometown Golden State Warriors. You guys have to admit, Curry is the best player to watch in the NBA right now. The biased part of me wants to pick the Warriors going all the way to the finals, and hold on a sec. Lillard's never gotten past Curry in the playoffs, and he still will not. Anthony Davis hasn't put up Anthony Davis like numbers this year. So because of what if this is Stephen Curry's massive redemption tour? Like, what if? Getting redemption on all the doubters. Because I'm pretty sure some random Wizards fan filling out their brackets, like, this is all best case scenario. The Warriors easily could get past the Suns and the Blazers. Here, fun fact. The Warriors beat the Jazz. The Warriors beat the Lakers. The Warriors beat the Clippers. The Warriors beat the Mavericks. The Warriors beat the Nuggets. The Warriors beat the Blazers. The Warriors beat the Suns. The Warriors beat the Sixers. The Warriors have not beaten the Wizards. The Warriors beat the Knicks at least once. Beat the Hawks. Beat the Bucks. Beat the Heat. Beat Heat. Obviously got destroyed by the Nets. Nearly beat the Celtics twice. So, like, let's see. I see Berkey Boy award predictions. I want Curry deserves to win MVP, but I think Jokic will win MVP. Sixth man of the year, Jordan Clarkson, hands down. Most improved player, Julius Randle. Coach of the year, Tom Thibodeau. Defensive player of the year. Honestly, my prediction is Draymond's not going to win it, but he guards all positions. That's playing defense. When you can guard point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Draymond can do that. Rudy Gobert, after that Minnesota game, you are not defensive player of the year, my friend. Miles Turner averages a lot of blocks. He's not in the conversation. So there's Adebayo, there's Rudy Gobert, there's Ben Simmons. I'd choose Ben Simmons for defensive player of the year. I'd choose Adebayo defensive player of the year. So that is my quick award predictions. But getting back to this, Lakers, Warriors. Will they be? Well, Lakers, it's only a one and done play-in. Like, if you're 7-8, you get to play 9 or 10. So, like, does Curry beat LeBron again? The Warriors have done well in these back-to-back, like, 2-game sets that they added, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. Actually, I'll say Jazz in 6 games. Not Q. What is Q? Jazz in 6 games. Lakers take the L. And then Jazz, Clippers. I'll say the Clippers in 5 games. So then, 5-seeded Clippers. And I have full confidence in the Warriors winning in 7 games. So now, you have the Golden State Warriors representing the Western Conference. So now on the East side, you got the Sixers, Wizards. I'm going to say in 5 games, the Philadelphia 76ers get the dub. So Sixers, Knicks, Hawks. I'm going to go with the New York Knicks. Bucks, Heat. I'm going to go with the Miami Heat. By the way, last year I did not choose against the Heat. Nets for this one. I believe the Nets beat the Celtics in 5 games. I believe the Heat beat the Bucks in 6 games. The Knicks beat the Hawks in 5 games. All right. Obviously, if I get this perfect all throughout, that'll be insane. Obviously, this is kind of like the unpopular bracket, but I ain't afraid of that. If it happens, it happens. And I think it has a chance to happen. And for this one, in 7 games, I just think everyone's going to expect the Nets to win, but I believe the Heat pull it off. I believe the Heat pulled it out of hat. Heat. And then the Sixers. I wouldn't call my bias bracket, to be honest. Even though I have the Warriors in the NFL, not NFL, what? In the NBA Finals. I wouldn't call myself biased. Because I gave you the facts of how they play. I gave you the facts. It's as simple as that. So, saying the facts, theoretically, if Curry explodes in the playoffs, I think they're going to compare it to some of Michael Jordan's playoffs performances. And I am betting on Stephen Curry. I've never betted against him. So, these are bold predictions. Yes, they are, Evan. And I'm going to make another bold prediction. The Miami Heat versus Golden State Warriors in the NFL. Why do I keep saying NFL? In the NBA Finals. It is bold, but this is my bracket. This is assuming everything goes right. This is going to be a great finals. Stephen Curry is going to prove everything wrong. And when I do this bracket challenge on NBA's website, it opens May 17th, by the way. Any friends watching my live stream right now, I'm going to put this bracket exactly how it is right now. Exactly how it is right now. And you will see it. So you know that I'm just not being bold for the stream. Wow, okay, Evan, nice play-by-play. A's gave up 3-run homer in the 8th and now down 5-4. So, anyways, as I was saying, friends watching this, Daniel Jones. I know you're the fake Troy Dan, but Iguodala or Daniel Jones taking the last shot. Do you know your sports, my man? And I mean this in the most respectful way possible. Do you know your sports? Obviously, Iguodala because he plays basketball. Like, are you trying to trick me here? Because I didn't fall for it. This might be the very unpopular bracket, but I'm rolling with it, guys. I am definitely rolling with it. Your champions, Golden State Warriors. And this will prove all the doubters. This will prove all the doubters wrong. Alright, mark my words. It ain't capped. It is not capped. When I submit my official bracket to NBA.com and in the league with my friends, I will put the picture in that following episode. I will indeed put the pictures in the following episode. So that is my bracket for the NBA playoffs. It's very bold, but not always the obvious choice wins. You understand? This is my NHL Playoff Predictions. I chose the Predators over Hurricanes, and I got a 2 seed, 2 3 seeds, and 1 seed. Okay, Burke, got you now. And now this is a very, 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 very bold pick by me. But I'm rolling with it, like I said. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks for joining in the past 43 minutes. I do have announcements. I don't say it in my episodes because I don't want to be pushy. I have averaged probably 75 plus likes to each of my episodes, so I thank you for the continuous support. I believe we're like only 5-ish subs from 1,600, so definitely get me there. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter because I announced it on Instagram at least, not Twitter. I don't know why I didn't announce it on Twitter. But probably the best achievement or the best achievement after 1,000 subscribers is getting on Apple Podcasts, guys. Yes, you heard that right. I am on Apple Podcasts now. Thank you for tuning in to this live stream. See you this Friday for episode 18.